Hi family, welcome back. Today is day 4 and we will be talking about quite a few things today when it comes to foreclosure. So on this 30-day journey that I'm on, I'm going to break it down into segments. So the first segment is going to be for the first week, which is we will talk about foreclosures. And then the second segment will be for the second week, which we'll get more into probates. And then the third week, we'll kind of discuss what to do in those situations or, give out some utilizing some helpful resources or whatever it is. But we'll just continue on, like that, in a way where I'm not confusing anybody or, I'm having everybody follow along on this healing journey because, like I said, it's a lot of knowledge that's not being shared. A lot of knowledge. So, however that looks like for anybody who's going through a foreclosure, who's going through a probate, the purpose of this 30-day mission that I'm on is a kingdom-led commitment, and it's just to really just educate you guys and help you out when it comes to facing those situations, and how I can help you out. So this is what it's all about, okay? All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is why foreclosures happen. Foreclosures happen because life happens, okay? Life happens. Things happen. For example, you may go through a divorce. Excuse me. So when life happens, you probably go through a divorce. You probably lose your job. You probably have a death in the family. You're probably missing paperwork that the bank is sending you. Whatever that is, it's okay. You're human. It doesn't mean you're irresponsible. It just means that things happen. And so, with that being said, when things happen, you have to be able to utilize and pivot to the next position that you need to be in to help your situation be better. Just because life happens, all hope is not lost. It's not the end of the world, but you have to stay consistent. You have to kind of stay on the bank so they know what's going on so you can be able to utilize whatever it is whatever options they have available for you, right? So why am I talking about foreclosures? Why am I even bringing awareness to foreclosures? Well, it's simple. Because a lot of people wait till the very last minute when they're facing foreclosure and they don't end up saving their property and they end up going into the foreclosure auction, So anyways, I'm a realtor and I help people save their homes and I help save and recover what they have left if they have to sell. So what does that mean? Okay, so if you're facing a foreclosure, right? And let's just say, we're going to keep it simple. Let's just say somebody died, okay? You and all your family, y'all living, or you might, for instance, you might take care of your mother. And your mother had an open mortgage loan. And you're probably living at your mother's house, right? And you're living there with your mom and you helping her out, with whatever it is that she got going on. And so, Lord forbid, the situation, your mom passes away. And you had no idea what type of financial situation she was in because maybe she never shared it. Or maybe, because life was lifing and you had to take care of your mom, you didn't know, you wasn't even thinking about bills. You just wanted to make sure that your mom was okay, which is totally fine. You're not wrong for that. Right? So now you're faced with the residue of your mom passing. And now you realize that your mom is delinquent on her bills. Your mom's house is up for a foreclosure sale in 30 days. Right? And you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? How am I going to help my mom's house? Or what can I do to be able to save or recover my mom's house? Or how can I sell this house in 30 days before the auction? Well, that's where I come in as an experienced realtor because now your time is critical. Because believe it or not, the bank do give you a lot of time to kind of get it together before it's, at the end. But it's okay. Like I said, life happens. You're not wrong for that. I mean, nobody knows your situation better than you. So I'm not here to judge. However, when you get to that critical time and you feel like all hope is lost, all hope is not lost. It's so many different ways that we can be able to save your home. It's so many different ways that we can be able to, go to the next phase to at least where you get something and you don't just lose it to the bank for nothing. So once you get to that critical point where it's like, okay, I don't know what to do next, that's when you pick up the phone and you call somebody like me. That's just simple. Because you're going to have 1,000 people coming to your door talking about, hey, I got a quick sale, or I can, buy your house for this amount of price. Stop letting them people take advantage of you when you desperate. Stop it. I just have to say it, because y'all be giving yourself out for way less when you can be getting way, way more. And sometimes it may not be as much as you think you want, but a lot of these people just coming to your house or calling you on your phone or saying, hey, you facing a foreclosure and let me help you out. They don't got no money. They don't have no money. They looking for somebody to buy your house. So they just trying to get you under contract and then go sell the contract they got you under to somebody else, which I hate to spill the beans like that, but that's what's going on, y'all. So don't get taken advantage of like that if you don't have to. That's all I'm saying. Because if you deal with a professional like myself, we'll go at it with a professional strategy. And that professional strategy may be able to buy us a little bit more time so you can maximize your profit. We're not looking to minimize your profit. We're looking to maximize your profit if that's the route that we have to go, right? But that's the only way we can be able to figure that out, is if we do the proper steps and not, oh my gosh, it's last minute, let me hurry up and do X, Y, and Z. You don't got to do that. Let's think things through, right? So pick up the phone if you're in the Houston area and call me, and I can try to see what I can do to help you. Okay, so that's one thing I don't want to say. I don't want to say, be so eager to move. Let's kind of stop, breathe, okay, and think this through, because again, a lot of people are getting taken advantage of, and that's really why I want to bring awareness to this, because I don't want you guys to continue to get taken advantage of. I want y'all to be able to sustain. So let's continue on with this scenario that I'm talking about, because y'all, it really hurts my heart when I see situations like this, because this is what I talk about when our people, we have lack of knowledge. We have lack of knowledge. It's time, before I finish and I say anything else, I'm so serious. Like, I mean this with all my heart. It is time to start educating ourselves. It is time. And I'm not just talking about black people. I'm just talking about humans. Stop depending on society to determine your faith or your fate. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you are in control. We got to stop making excuses. For real. Because it's getting real out here. It's serious. And I want to set you guys up. This is why this is a kingdom-led assignment. Because it's about to be a switch going on. I'm so serious. And I don't care who got anything to say. Whatever. But it's about to be a switch going on, y'all. For real. So I do understand that life happens. And we're going to get through the process together. But for people who are watching this and they just interested in what I have to say, and you own the property, get your assets together. For when life happens, it don't take your family fast. Because this is not just an investment for yourself. This is an investment for your kids. Because when you leave this earth, your kids got to deal with that. And so when that happens, you need to make sure that you got all your stuff together, so your kids is not trying to scramble and put it together for you. That's not fair. So we got to start taking accountability, y'all. For real. We got to start taking accountability. And I'm serious about that. And we can talk more about that. That's going to be more of a probate situation for next week. But anyways, I'm going to continue on. So now you taking care of your mama, and your mama passed away. And so now she has this house that's up for foreclosure. You had no idea. You didn't know what she had going on. And I'm going to tell you what most of these situations is, because I deal with it a lot. The type of loans that go into foreclosure is two different type of foreclosures that's at its all-time high right now. And I'm going to tell you. Bank mortgage foreclosure auction that we have here in Harris County every, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. And then you have the property tax foreclosure. Okay? So I'm going to break it down for y'all. But those are the two top foreclosures that, pretty much happens all over. But anyway, so the number one bank loan that goes under foreclosure that really catch people by surprise, especially in the scenario that I'm describing. Your mom passed away. You helping your mom. She's sick. now you're left with the house, and now you got all these notices that you didn't have no idea about, stuff like that. Okay, so the type of mortgage your mama probably got is a reverse mortgage. Yes, a reverse mortgage. What is a reverse mortgage? A reverse mortgage is when an elderly person, they have to be over the age of 65, or between, like, I want to say like 55 to 65. I can't remember, y'all, don't quote me, because I should have wrote that down. But anyways, you have to be a senior citizen in so many words, right? And so in order for you to take out this reverse mortgage, the house have to be paid for. You can't have any open loans or anything like that on the house. And of course, your property taxes have to be caught up. Like, they can't just take out the reverse mortgage unless they have their affairs in line. That's how they get you, right? And so once your parent takes out that reverse mortgage, they don't have to pay on that mortgage. So they can take out equity on the house. It's basically taking out equity on the house until you die. And then when you die, your heirs are responsible for taking care of that debt. Now, you can have smart parents that probably take it out because they probably want to remodel the house, or they probably need some help with consolidating something, some type of debt issue, or medical bills, or whatever it may be, right? And so now, once that parent passed away, now that reverse mortgage loan that's for $50,000 is responsible on the heir. The heir is responsible for making sure that that principal amount of $50,000 is paid to the bank, or either you can pay it back or you can sell the house. Okay, so let's just be real. Some situations, people don't have, $50,000 laying around. So you could refinance that amount, right? You can go through someone who can refinance it for you, or, what have you. It's so many different things you can do with the reverse mortgage, right? But sometimes we get to the point where it's too late. We didn't know that we can do certain things, right? And so that's the top problem that I see when I'm helping homeowners facing foreclosure, is those reverse mortgages. And a lot of the time, they didn't even know their parents had took out the reverse mortgage. Like, they didn't know, and it's not your fault. But this is why I want to bring awareness to this, you guys. Like, moving forward, we have to take responsibility of education. We have to take responsibility of putting our affairs in line, like we really do, because you never know. You might be in a situation, our generation, 30-year-old, as we continue on with our house, we pay our house off, and we might have to take out a reverse mortgage later on in our life. That's okay. That's totally up to you. But when you do, just make sure that you have it into a good situation for your kids to take it over. Okay? So, anywho, continuing on. Okay, so let's just say the situation wasn't reverse mortgage for that particular daughter who was taking care of her mom who passed away. Let's say she got behind because of property taxes, and now she have a $30,000 bill for property tax, and she don't know what she gonna do because she don't got no $30,000, right? So these are situations that you face when facing a foreclosure, and this is my call to action for that. Pick up the phone and call somebody who knows what they're doing, who's experienced in that area, because sometimes you just don't know, right? And you want to deal with a realtor who is experienced with that. And I'm that realtor. That's all I do, right? I help people save their house from foreclosure. All hope is not lost. If you're in a situation like that, or if you know someone who's in a situation like that that's in the Houston area, just have them pick up the phone and call me. Even if you guys are not in the Houston area and y'all are all over the country and y'all just happen to be watching my YouTube video today, I really want you guys to really utilize the people that God has placed in position to be able to help people in this sticky situation. Because believe it or not, there's tons of people out there that God is using to be a blessing to you when you're facing something that you feel like you don't have no way out. So again, if you're in the Houston area, I can be able to help. Texas, anywhere in Texas, I can help. But I would really want to focus in Houston because, that's where I have all my credentials at currently. But it's definitely other places that I can help out in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. So anyways, but my point of saying all this, guys, is just get you somebody who can help. So if you know anybody who's facing foreclosure with either because of they behind on their mortgage or they just simply are behind on their property taxes and they didn't know, get you an experienced realtor who can really help you navigate that sale so you can be able to maximize your profits. That's why I want to bring awareness to this. Not because I just want you to give me your business. No, I want you to be able to maximize your profit. If it comes to selling, you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to give a fast out deal because, oh, I don't know what else I'm going to do. We can strategize this together and really make sure that you're being taken care of, and that at least you know if you have to transition out of that place where you stayed with your parent while you were helping them while they was down, at least try to get the most of the situation and not just settle for less, okay? So that's what I want to focus on. Do not settle for less, you guys. So again, I'm Jassmine. I'm a realtor in the Houston area. I'm able to help you guys at any price point. And if you need any further assistance, please comment below in the comment area and I'll help you out. Or you can just simply give me a call and we just go from there. So you guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.